Hi, this is Bea from Sorcery Soap, and I wanted to show you how to do mooncake soaps with a mooncake press. I've made a video of this before. It's come to my attention that it's not very well done, and hopefully my video skills are better now a few years later. So I want to show you how to make these and at least show you some of the hurdles to get over. And explain also, there's another issue too with these is how to order them. So I've gotten some notes so that I can help you order these a bit better. So I didn't really understand because a lot of these come in grams and I had to translate them, and they don't say measurements necessarily. The mooncake presses I found on Amazon just say grams, which doesn't make any sense. So this is supposed to be, this is what I ordered. This is an 85 gram and this is a 35 gram. I'm going to show you how to assemble these too. So these are traditionally used with cooking, whatever, I don't know what they make them out of, cookies, I guess, mooncake presses. But I decided I wanted to use them for soap dough because I thought they would be really lovely samples, soap samples, because they're so detailed and they come with a lot of different, so I think these were $15. So all this for $15 isn't too terrible. To try it out, of course I didn't know if it was going to work or not, so that's where we stand with that, and I did try it out and they do work. However, they're a little bit fiddly, and I wanted to show you how some of the things I did to get over some of the fiddliness. Okay. Here we go. Let me get focused and I'll explain. So this is 85 grams and then this is a 35 gram one. This is the little one. Now what does that translate to? This is the housing for this right here. Let me see. Oh, I'm off the camera again. Okay, so this is the 35 gram one and this is the 85 gram one. That's how big they are. So this one here, this piece, is 1.5 inches across, and then this one is 2.5 or 2.25 inches across. Now they say grams, but it's a little bit deceiving because the depth of this is going to determine how thick it is. So you can set this, there's a little screw in here. Here, let me show you on here. There's a little screw in here, and so if I screw this, you're going to have in any direction, right? It's going to change the thickness of it to some degree, but really it's irrelevant because however thick you roll your soap dough out is how thick it's going to be no matter what you do with this, essentially. Now, I don't know how it works necessarily, how you would do it for, you could make this as thick as you want. And I guess, I just don't know the stickiness and all the other process that goes through, but I'm going to show you how this works for soap dough. So also 35 grams translates to 1.23 ounces. So I'm wondering if this is how thick it is. I'll tell you exactly how much this weighs right here. And again, this is it's a weird thing because this isn't cured. This is still water in it. So it's not even going to be accurate, but hang on and I'll get a weight for you for this. 14 grams. So they say it goes 35 grams. So 35 grams is 1.23 ounces. So this is probably, if this is 14 grams, I can't do the math in my head, but it's probably more like 60 point, maybe a half an ounce. That's my guess, is maybe about a half an ounce. I can tell you exactly if you're interested. But it's all relative because, here I'll show you why it's relative, because these, when you roll your soap dough out, so if I want it, for example, I would have to have it that thick in order to make it that thick. And it's not relevant because it doesn't come out. You have to make it as thick as it'll come out, right? So let's do this. Let's make it about that thick. And all I want to do is smooth it down a bit. I'm just putting some cornstarch on here just a bit so it doesn't stick. So that's the other thing too that happens with this, is that it gets sticky pretty quickly. So let's say I want it that thick. And now soap dough is a little firmer than actual proper dough, so I'm not sure how hard you would have to push it into proper dough, but for soap dough, you have to push it pretty hard. So it ends up kind of coming out and it'll get stuck. So here, let me explain. Okay, so when you get all this, it comes, you know, it's all like this, right? Apart. So you have to put it together, and then you can adjust the depth of this. So let's put this one in here. So this is the floret sort of thing that we're going to put in here, and it just screws in here. Then you have to line it up so it pops back in. Okay. So you can do it just like this. That's one way. I'm going to spray it with a little bit of alcohol, rubbing alcohol, 91%, and then push it down and get it out of there, right? And then to put the impression in, you have to give it a good push. Now, the whole thing starts to rise up a bit, you can see, and so you get this little lip, but you want to be able to get this off. And this is the tricky part there. So you can see how thick this is. This is probably heavier than this one. So the grams part almost doesn't matter when ordering the mooncake presses, because that is, as long as you have enough depth, you can, you know, adjust it to however you want, essentially. What I do is try to make them so that they can come off a bit easier. So let me show you this one here. And I've made a ton of these, so I don't have enough soap dough right here, but I'll do this. I'll give it my best shot. And Nancy brought up to the point on another video, well, on the other Mooncake Press video, that she couldn't see what I was doing, and I'm open to that. So I heard that, and so here I am making a new video for it, because she's right. You couldn't really see, and if you want to see, that's like my job. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, so now I'm not going to put any alcohol in here. I'm just going to put some cornstarch so you can see. Now I don't have a camera front angle here, so I'll show you on the side. And then I want to get that impression, and the whole thing lifts up at a certain point. Now there might be a better way to do this. This is how I've done it. Of course, there's a million ways to skin a cat. This is how I'm skinning mine. And if you like it, well, then I'm glad I helped you. So, and that comes out pretty nice. And those are actually quite nice soap cookies right there. That's what I call them, soap cookies. So if you leave this and let it dry and then cure, which means all the water evaporates from it. I don't know how much these weigh right now. I'd have to leave it to cure and all the water to evaporate from it. It becomes hard. It becomes hard just like a bar of soap. So anyway, hopefully this helped, and you can see. So there's lots of different impression things, and so when I ordered them, I ordered the things that I just guessed, because I didn't understand the grams part. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'd be happy to address them to the best of my ability and to show you what my experience is. So this is actually, you know, how it works for me. And if I'm going to make a whole bunch of them to do this, I just keep doing it. That's what I do. I just keep making these, and I'll roll out a bigger piece of soap dough. But essentially, I just keep either using cornstarch or alcohol, rubbing alcohol, to get it to release. And then at a certain point, it gets sticky, and so I'll wash it off. So let's just see without, I'll do the alcohol part and see. And now when I do this, I want to take it off of here and pull it out. Otherwise it will mash back into this, and then it'll be difficult to get out. So the alcohol is okay, but it kind of, yeah, this one isn't going to come off as nicely. It's kind of trickier to get off. and it's okay. I'm not happy with that exactly. So I just keep going back and forth and trying to figure it out. I haven't figured out the absolute 100% way to do this yet. I've done it through saran wrap or plastic wrap, and that seems to work okay too. But you're not going to get the fine detail in it that you will if you just do it with this. And you can see all the soap dough that's starting to stick in there. So I'm open to an idea if you have a better idea than what I've been doing, because, you know, easier sometimes is better. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope this really helped, and let me know what you think in the comments. Okay, bye.